Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Hearts of Iron 4, continuing on with my Make Love Not War series. And unfortunately, I'm making more war than love right now, as I am stuck in a war with the Soviet Union. Now, it was not a war that I started, I swear, but now we're at war, so that's the unfortunate side effect. And there's some other negative effects because the Soviet Union is war with Poland, but Poland is not in the same war with me against the Soviet Union, so I have access to Poland, but I actually do not have any access to any of the air bases, so I can't get any air support to my units. And any territory capture is just going to the Poles, not to me. So that is, of course, problematic as well, as I don't think we're developing any war score at all. Now, I have a new strategy here. And that strategy, as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to strategically redeploy this guy, is I have some tanks and mobile units coming over here, and I don't have a lot to spare unless I really start stripping away from this border. I actually did take them off this border. Just what was left of the tanks and motorized units that I had. And I'm going to be sending them over here, and then I'm going to ask for, and I'm going to be able to get it anyway, military access from Latvia, and then I'm going to hook through Latvia into the northern territory of the Soviet Union, because I have a feeling that they're not really having a whole lot of troops up here because they're so worried about me, because they're at war with Estonia and Latvia, but there's been absolutely no push made. So, with that said, I'm going to ask for military access and get it. Another thing I'm going to do is I have a fair amount of air experience now, as well as army experience, and I could upgrade some things here, and I think that might be a good idea. Now, I want to leave some army experience for the ability to add rocket artillery to my units when I get enough produced, but just keeping an eye really quickly on my production here. So fighter production is maxed out in the efficiency, so I think we need to get better fighter support because we have a lot of air combat going on over here. As a matter of fact, we're losing quite a lot of fighters. Now, the enemy's losing a lot of fighters, and they're also losing some bombers as well, but I need to get these numbers a little bit better than they are right now. And one of my big issues is just range. I don't have very good range with a lot of my equipment because of how far my air bases are. This is the closest air base I have. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and go into production here, go to the fighters, and see if we can upgrade them. So, we're going to create a variant, and the first thing I'm going to do is range. Now, this does drop reliability, so we're going to kind of try and counteract that. Fortunately, that looks like about as much as I can do. So I can increase the range by 2 ticks, and also get the reliability to be about the same as it was before. And then I've pretty much run out of air experience. But this is going to be a very important addition to this fighter, so we're going to save that on up. And we're going to start producing this variant. Now, I could make similar modifications to my heavy fighters. Speaking of heavy fighters, do I not have better tech now? I do. So why don't I start producing the better fighters? Now, again, efficiency is going to go down, but overall, if we take a look at that really quickly under the air, that would be here. So if we compare these two, I bet you will have better range. Just a guess here, but let's see. Where is range? There it is, operational range. Oh, actually, it's about the same. That's actually surprising. I would have expected more of an improvement. And heavy fighters usually have better range, but it looks like my Focke-Wulf 190s are actually not too bad with the range, so that's interesting to see. But overall, they're a little bit better across the board. I mean, having a way better air defense, agility goes up, as well as air attack goes up dramatically. So this is definitely going to be an improvement, and I guess I forgot to do that, although it hasn't been that long since we've gotten the tech, but definitely that upgrade was needed. Okay, with that all being said, I also have been redeploying a lot of my infantry, so we'll be seeing that moving around. Let's get into the fighting. All right, so Latvia has given me military access. I'm not really worried about getting military access from Estonia here. As a matter of fact, I do have this infantry redeploying here. I may want to actually have the vast majority of that instead go here and start taking advantage of that situation. I do have insufficient resources of aluminum because of the new requirement for the planes. So let's see if we can trade for that. We're already trading with the Swiss, so we'll just do a little bit more of that. There we go. Okay. And these guys actually need to strategically redeploy, maybe. Well, you know what? It will take time for their other troops that I'm strategically redeploying to get there, so I think we'll be okay for now. Okay. So this fight is going well at the moment, although it's going to be kind of a grind. This is not going as well as I'd like, but we're going to be getting infantry involved in that. More infantry. More infantry. Get in there. Kill these guys. The faster these guys are dead, the faster we can redeploy the troops in other areas where we need them. More precisely. I'm curious, can we push an attack here? Because they're attacking me, which is going to make them weaker. Let's see how many divisions they have here. Probably a crap ton. Yeah, they do. A crap ton. 20 divisions. I'm not used to dealing with such extremes of manpower. But we're going to have 12 divisions soon, so I think we can push the attack once we get those troops in position. Okay. We've got most of them in position. You know what? Let's be patient. Be patient. I'm limiting a lot of my offensives here because of the weather. Okay. Let's start marching here. Let's march up to here. No, not like that, silly. Let's see if they have troops stationed up here. If they don't, this is going to be easy. If they do, well, not so easy, but here comes the tanks. Alright, we managed to win this, it looks like, but unfortunately, because we're tied down. Now they're there. We can end the... I mean, this is not too bad considering how badly outnumbered I am. Come on. End. End. Go away. End. I mean, their strength is going to be... Okay. They managed to get another troop in there. Great. Only one division, though? Come on. An out of supply one at that. I'm gonna have to wait for organization to tick up on some of these other guys before I send them in there, but we gotta win here. Get in there. Alright. Keep throwing bodies at those guys until they're dead. Alright, so we have these guys surrounded. Good. Let's see about murdering them. So, get some divisions in there. Kind of wondering why these guys' morale is so bad. Are they out of supply or something? Or is it just attrition? Yeah, they're out of supply. I mean, it's getting better, but... let's have only 2 of them go in there. Tanks are aren't much good to me in the city. So, any infantry we can send in there will do a good job. Let's see. So they have a total of 4 divisions. I'm going to have 13 in there. I'm confident we'll win. I just have to get the troops in place and start fighting. Or not. There we go. Now we're winning. I can improve that further by sending these guys in there as well, I guess. Okay. With that being said, there's no reason not to keep having my motorized troops doing things, so... it looks like they're rerouting troops to meet me. Let's go up as far north as we can get, though, and see what we can do. So, keep moving. You guys go join them. You guys go join them. Let's see what we can do here. Because I'm spreading them out. As I spread them out, they'll be easier to push through. Okay, this fight is starting to not go well. The whole point of this fight was to hold them. But I don't think that's going to go where we want it to. Again, not knowing how many divisions are in certain places. Alright, you are not doing anything. How about you come over here? Okay, we won. You guys can chill now. I'd love to keep driving here, but I don't know. I don't know how good of an idea that is. I guess we'll try it. We'll leave the infantry behind, and you go ahead to Q to move there. See if we can get these guys. Cut them off from supplies. Alright, we got there first, so that worked out. Okay, now we counterattack here. I don't know how many divisions are here, but we're going to find out. We'll cut this in half. Send half of them in there. Alright, I don't know how their supply is. They are running... Looks like they're a little low. That fight's progressing. Looks like we may catch the Russians with nobody up here. Or very limited forces. So I think a push here is called for, and then we might be able to run up. Matter of fact, ask for military access. Send. We'll go to Leningrad. If they don't have troops up there, I mean, I'll take advantage of it all day long. So, actually, you guys go here so you can continue marching up north. We'll come into here, and then we'll just charge up north if we can. If anything, I'm driving the enemy up to have to cover all this stuff. And you guys just go over here. I mean, this is a lot of divisions. Okay, so we can start moving once we get them into position. Alright, where would be a good place to cut? I'm thinking we try and cut here and link up. And if that's the case, then I want to send almost all of my troops down here that are tanks or motorized or cavalry or any of that nonsense into here. I'm going to take this infantry unit, put it up there. Okay. See if we can take advantage of the AI here. Matter of fact, screw this. Strategically redeploy. You'll get there faster. I'm thinking about making a new army with these guys. Alternatively, I could just add them to the light blue army. There's not a whole lot in that. Yeah, fine. Okay. Okay, that was a mistake. Alright, make a new army. Who do we want for a commander? I want somebody with skill. And if I'm going to take somebody with skill, I'm going to take a panzer leader, so... we'll take Montufel here. And then you guys strategically redeploy to here. Okay. They should get there quickly. They won't have any organization, but... There we go. Perfect. You. There. You. Stay there. Okay, I think everybody else has arrived here, so... Alright, where do we drive? Well, again, I have no idea where the division composition is, so I'd like to drive here, but I don't know if that's the right move or not. We'll find out. Anything that is a mobile unit is going to attack. And we're going to split off some of this infantry. You know what? The smarter move is to actually attack here, because I can do a two-prong offensive. And then we'll split the mountain divisions in half. Then one half up here. And the other half down here. Okay. Matter of fact, why don't I just do this move now? And once they get there, they'll start fighting. Yeah, look, they don't have any troops up here. This is going to be a stomp. I mean, they'll redirect troops eventually. Oh, I don't know how necessary this fighting is anymore. Okay, hold on. We've gotten this. So we want to continue driving and see if we can cut them off. Unfortunately, I think I missed my opportunity. But, no, we can manage it. Do this. And I would like guys that are fresher in this fight. But, you know what? We'll just throw these guys in there anyway. And all you guys drive into there. And then I'm going to need to split some of these forces off. So half of you guys go down here. You go down there. And one of you go down here. Hold out. Alright. They can't reinforce it if I'm pinning them down. Jesus. This fight just goes on forever, huh? Alright, well, it's about to end. Okay, looks like things are going my way. Now, I have no idea how many divisions I'm actually fighting against. Quite a lot, actually. How can we have both of us having any enemy air superiority? That's kind of an oddity. How is this going? Huh. Alright, well, they do have some groups up here. Again, how many they have, who knows, but... Let's see how the air war's been going. Still says that they have air superiority, but we're losing less fighters than they are. Well, we're just losing slightly more, but overall they're losing more planes. But as we can see, they have superior numbers. Looks like my heavy fighters got wiped out. Yeah, pretty much. So just the two other fighter groups. And they're kind of holding their own. So, okay. I mean, that sucks, but they're going to have better heavy fighters soon. And then they'll be involved, I guess. Once these guys get better organization, we'll be ready to go. It's now April. So, I'm not going to be seeing... I'm going to seeing probably a lot of mud, I would guess. Yeah, marshy, muddy, crappy conditions. Looks like we've got free reign here. Good stuff. I think these guys are getting cut off now. We finally defeated these guys. Great. Let's grab all the mobile units. Throw them. Actually, I don't know what is over here. If there's no troops here, then, you know, again, we don't have very good intel, so it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, all you guys go over there. You guys go down there. You guys go over here. Paratroopers, get over here. And these guys, stay where you are. I would like to split in half. Send half of you up here, half of you over there. Let's see what we can do here. If we attack here, we can cut off maybe these guys entirely. Alright, no, you know what? I'm not going to do that. As a matter of fact, let's even back off here a little bit. See what they do about their situation. I mean, I like what we've got going for the most part. We're about to cut off a bunch of units. Okay, I think it's time to start the offensive. There are troops here, I just don't know what kind of numbers. So let's test their numbers. Okay, what do we got? Why are they low on supply? That's the one thing that kind of puzzles me. Is they're low on supply, and I really don't know why that is. Because it's their territory. It could just be how bad the Russian infrastructure is. But we'll let that fight go, because it looks like we're winning. And then I guess we assault here. And as they're already attacking, this should be a roughly okay-ish fight. And we'll take these guys. And we'll split them in half. Send half of them into this fight. And I guess we can send these guys into a fight here. Maybe we can cut them off through this route. Let's send troops that are fresh into this fight. So anyone that's really beat up is going to stay behind. The rest are going to come in. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, this fight is done. So where do we have numbers advantages? So they have more troops than I do here. I have more than they do here. So I'll send these 3 tanks into the fight here so we get a multiple direction bonus. And I could start murdering these guys now, but I'm just going to let them sit on things and dwell on their situation. Alright. We'll just kind of let these fights play themselves out. Alright, this managed to succeed. So we strike here and we cut these guys off. Which is a good thing, I think. So let's go for it. Tanks. Tanks. Motorized. Motorized. I'm going to keep the infantry where they are. And I'm going to send some infantry from here over. And you know what? I will send these, maybe 2 infantry over here. So that we can send these 2 infantry in there. There we go. And then we should cut these guys off and be able to murder them. Oh, that fight's not going particularly well, I guess. many divisions are in here? Ah. Well, what matters is we win this fight, which it looks like we're winning, so happy to see that. I guess I'll throw the paratroopers in. Why not? All right. I'm pretty happy with the results here. We're going to be cutting off a lot of troops. Oh, and they're doing the dumb thing that I was waiting for. What I was waiting for was for them to commit to an attack so that they get a lot of penalties to said attack. And then we can take advantage of that. Because while that is going on, they're going to have penalties for attacking in more than one direction. Oh, and I have factories. Okay, let's first start with the free civilians factories. Okay, so finish the refineries. So we should be good there. Doesn't look like we're going to get a war with the West. Let's just see. So we may be embargoed by England, but it doesn't seem like it has any other... They have gone down any other interventionist paths. So we're fine there. We're not going to probably likely be able to get Sweden into our faction anytime soon. And we're working on the Turks as well. But we're going to have to probably get the befriend event for that to happen. And I also, off camera, have been improving relations with Japan to try and get them in, because we might be able to get them to threaten the Soviet Union. Now, again, that is more of a risk, but it looks like they might be going to war with them anyway. Northern expansion. What does this do? This focus will cancel. Okay. Yeah, conquer focus war goal against the Soviet Union. Perfect. I am improving relations anyway, though, to see if I could invite them to the faction, because it was looking close. The main thing here, though, is if they attack the Soviet Union, then they would definitely be in my faction, like, without a doubt. So that would be an easy pull. But for now, let's see. What do we want to do as far as building stuff with civilian factories? Well, I guess we just build more military factories. So let's build some down here. So we've got in Slovenia, which we just conquered. And I forgot to check to see how I switch. Maybe that's under this. Yeah, again, I don't know where you do that. I know it is somewhere you can do that. I just don't recall where it is. Where you have the choice of how you treat an area. Oh well, again, I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay, so we were building factories. And I think the more we have, the better. All right. That's a lot of military factories, but we need them, so I'm not too worried about that. Now we have a military factory also. Probably one of the things I need to really step up on is fighter production big time. So another thing I need is more rocket artillery. I was going to look at that. Yeah. You know what? For now, I think I'm going to just focus on that rocket artillery, getting that up. But another thing I'd like to do that I kind of not been doing is increasing the limits to these two fighters, because they are bigger fighter groups. As a matter of fact, let's get this up to 300 as well. Except that probably won't work because of the limit here. So I'm probably going to have to get rid of some of these bombers. Let's grab this unit here. and send them elsewhere. So I'm going to just send them. It doesn't really matter where. We'll just send them over. Be nice if I had somewhere that actually had free space. I guess we could send them here. And then I guess I'll get rid of... I'll trash can this one heavy fighter group, because I think that does still take up space. All right, we'll see how that does. Okay. All right, well, I think this is a good point to put a cut in the video. So we are progressing in certain areas. It just would be nice if some of these areas we were doing a little bit better than we're doing right now, but... Oh, I've actually finished the cutoff. Well, that's nice to see. In any case, I hope you guys... I might... not sure if I want to cancel that fight or not, because I'm probably going to come in here with my tanks and murder these guys anyway. In any case, as I said, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.